Hello there, this is Kate in the Nest, and I'm sneaking a little bonus video in this afternoon because it's nearly the weekend and I always have love having a little bit of a fun, tiny Friday project that I can share with you. And yes, I've made quite a few videos in the last few days because I'm getting back into my stride. I'm home and I started tidying up, then I started making something, and then that inspired me. So here we go. This is, it's going to be about some crocheting, but there's a bigger reason behind it. I've been doing a beading workshop this week, and I was just seeing this is a little purse that I bought off Marketplace, which just makes me smile, that sits in my treasures. I've got this, it's so funny. I've probably showed you this ages and ages. So this sits in my treasures. It's chainmail for $5, but maybe that's where can you see that I love beads and bags and fringes? And of course, now my latest thing is I'm buying little packs of braids. These are off from Zoe at the Green Door. And I thought, oh, I won't really use these golds. But of course, it's Christmas time. And I've been starting to look at what people are making. And I've been working on some journals that are Christmas journals. And I have been able to have the blessing of holding some of Rachel's fabrics from Roxy Creations fabrics in my hand, and before I knew it, I am making a new pouch. So here's Rachel's paper, here's my beautiful shell that lives with my treasures. Let's put that up there. And this video is not about this, but I have used one of Zoe's kits of blanket. I don't think you've ever seen me use dark green, and all I knew was that I needed to put the beads on that and to have that little fringe on the bottom, so that eventually when my Christmas journals are made, they can have a home in here. I shouldn't be doing this now, but you'll understand where I'm going with my crocheting. So I got to put that journal in there, and I was thinking about beads and all of those things, and I thought I want to go back to some embroideries. And before I knew it, I was having a little play and thought, well, if it's Christmas, what does Christmas, what do I associate Christmas with? And of course, it is some stars. So whether these end up on this piece or on the journal itself or somewhere else or hung down as Christmas decorations, I don't know. But that's what we're going to have a play with right now. So if you know how to do stars, I'm just hoping to inspire you to make some more. But if you don't know, I thought we will do one of these together. And I've got Rachel's paper there because it's so in keeping. So I'm going back to my vintage colours, influenced by my beading workshop. We'll get some of that out over the weekend. And who knows where we'll end up. But that's the Christmas collection already starting to come together. Okay, let's take these out of the way. Let's leave those braids there. Let's leave a piece of that there. And let's get crocheting. I think I'll try with this. This is very cheap cotton, I can tell you. So it's not the best quality, but I happen to pick it up on the Spotlight special at some point in summer. And so I'm going to use it because I do like the cotton texture. I have made a woolly pink one, which I've already buried. So you can make them in wool or cotton. I think this is sort of the perfect size if you want to end up making it a little decoration, or sewing it to, see, it could be a wearable. Oh, that's the shirt I was going to put on. Anyway, let's get crocheting. Now, some of you tell me that you need to slow my crocheting ones down, and I'll be the first to say that there are many places where you can find out how to crochet, and getting the mix right is quite tough, but I love it. So here we go. We're going to make a magic circle. So I put it down like this, wrap it around my hand and pull this thread through. So it's really like a slip knot. You know, if we were sailors, maybe that's what we'd be calling it. So that's cotton, and I'm using a 4.5 millimeter. I don't worry too much. This is going to be slightly bigger than the one before, but I thought I'd do it bigger because it might be easier to see the stitch. And I haven't written the pattern down, but as I said, there are many places where you can find patterns. So let's just do this together, because it's been way too long since we've crocheted. So we're going to start with 3 chains, which is to get us up to the ladder, because we're going to make treble stitches. So 1, and I will go slow, 2, 3, because I don't want to fray the cotton. Okay, and now we're going to go into the circle or the ring. We can make it a little bit smaller. Always just keep that there's a tail over there, and we're going to do 14 trebles into the ring, which in the end will make 15 big stitches. So 1, so treble is through 2 and through 2. So around, in, through 2 and through 2. So I'm just going to stitch away here, and I've undone myself. It's always a little bit hard just to get started and talk at the same time. So how are you going? Welcome if you're new here. And we're heading into the weekend. I think it was last Friday I was making cupcake pin cushions. And tonight I'm making crochet stars. Because I thought actually these could be used in so many ways. They could become a bookmark in a journal, or in red, white and green, yeah, on table runners or whatever. So you use your imagination. It's a simple pattern, and as I said, you can do them in wool. I'm tempted to go and get mohair out of my stash, but it's very, very thin. So I thought I'd do big ones first to show you. Just better do a count in the middle in a minute. Okay, so there's our 3 chain. Now let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. 12. 13 and 14. So some people find these magic rings easier because you can count it as if it's a row rather than being in a circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so when we've done our 14, I just pull it up close so it's in the round, and we're just going to slip stitch it. So top of this treble into the top over here. Let's go through there. No, missed it. Let's go through here. Pull that tight again. There we go. We're in the round. Okay, now we're going to make, so that's that part there. Now we're going to make our 5 points of the star. Some of them are pointier than others. So that's a wonky star. But again, Kate likes wonky. And it adds to the homemade touch, I think. Okay, so we're going to do, so we're round, we're going to make 6 chains, and it's going to be the same on every petal, or point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I love, with crochet, if you can see it visually, it helps your mind understand. So let's choose one of these nice ones. Okay, so we are coming up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain, okay? And those chain are going to turn into this top of the star, and then we're going to do 3 stitches to bring us to the thick part. So 6 chain up to the top, we're going to bend the chain over, and then we're going to do 3 stitches, which will gradually get thicker. Okay, so here's the 6. It is so magical. We are going to miss the top 3 chain. I've suddenly got the shakes because I'm showing you crochet. And then we're going to do a double crochet, a treble, and a double treble. Or if you're in the States, you may call that, I'll get you mixed up, but you'll see the stitch. So miss 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we're coming down into this stitch, which is like the 3rd last chain. Oh, sorry, we're doing a double crochet, so we have to put yarn around the hook, in and through, pull it through. You've got 3 loops and pull it all the way through. We call that double crochet. Then we're going to do a treble, which is round, and I like to sort of see if I can hang on to that stitch because it makes it a little bit easier. Round into the next stitch along, and it's going to be a treble. So through, and then we're going to do 2s. So a 2 here. This cotton splits. There we are. And now a big double treble in this last chain. So double treble for me is 2 around into here, pull it through, and then we're going to do 2, yarn around, 2 and 2. So there we are. We've got the point of our star, and now we have to secure it to the center. So we're going to miss 2 of the original trebles, miss, miss, and then go in here with a slip stitch. And then we have 1 of 5. It's not making much difference, a different size hook. Okay, so here we go again. 6 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Miss 3. Put your yarn over and go to the 3rd chain away. From here, it's a double crochet all the way through the 3. Then a treble, round and in. So through 2 and through 2, and double crochet round the hook twice. 1, 2 into the last chain. I got so excited that I forgot to leave the space. So there we are. What have I done? Oh no, I haven't. It's hard to chat away. Okay, so bonus 6. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Round and into this one. Through here. And around into here. This is a treble, so through two, and now double treble. Sorry about that. Through two, then two, and then through two. Okay, now we miss two, 1, 2, and we anchor it over here. There we go. I think they're fantastic. So effective. I'm dreaming of putting them all over my, I have seen that you can, well, of course you can finish all those off, and then you can do a chain and have them all hanging down like this, and it could go all over your Christmas tree. I like to leave the ends on until I know what I'm going to do with it. So back to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you probably know it now. Leave the 3, 1, 2, 3, come down here, yarn over. So if you've got the hang, you can just fast forward, or you can rush to your stash and get your wool or your cotton, whatever you want to make with it. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. I do find it harder to talk when I'm crocheting and counting than when I'm stitching or journaling. Okay, miss 2, 1, 2 in here with a slip stitch. You're probably getting the maths of it now. As I always say, I love crochet for that reason. 1, you can see it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave 3, 1, 2, 3. Yarn around in here. Through there. Treble. There. If you are looking for new thrifted wool or buying some, just be careful that, you know, the strands stay together. There's sometimes you want them to pull apart, but in this it just makes it a little bit more difficult, not impossible, but just a little bit slower. Okay, last bit is, what are they? 1, 2, 3 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can probably say it for me. Round the hook, double crochet. This is also fantastic for a beginner, so you can see it's just the basic stitches. Finish off this double crochet, and then miss our 2, and it brings us back to where we started, and we're going to slip stitch it to here. So there we are. It's curling up a little bit for me. So sad. If you want to obviously steam iron them, and they'll stay very flat. Let's pull that through there. And we'll finish that off in a sec and pull really tight in the center. And there you go. All right, so let's just work in. So you could thread up this needle and stitch it through. I tend to use a small hook. It's very small. It's probably too small for the gauge of cotton, and I don't really want it to fray very much. Put it in here. Pull it down to there. There. Pull this tight to make the hole really tight. Tie them off. And again. And then we could work them under as well. I was just thinking, we had a look at our, let's just play what we might be able to do. So proportionally, that's probably too big for my journal cover. You get the idea, but for a pouch or something like this, in my 3D style on the spine of my journal, but also what inspired me was I do have these sorts of daisies, so I thought on a Christmas piece it could be a star. And I was thinking of something else came to my mind when I was stitching that. Oh, buttons. So there's all sorts of potential to put. Where were those beautiful green buttons that I got the other day? Nothing is away in its container. You know, look, there's all sorts of things we can do. Hello, Amelia. That's you there with me. Oh. Oh my gosh, look what I'd forgotten I had. I got this in, oh, not over there, but look at that. Is that my only Christmas one? These are apparently button covers. I got them when I was in San Diego. But look, that one's a Christmas. So I've started making crocheted squares, and now suddenly I've got a little Christmas boot, but I absolutely love it. So look, if you're not into the Christmas mood, that is absolutely fine. I normally wouldn't, but I'm loving my Northern Hemisphere friends who are embracing autumn and winter. They're getting their houses in order and their decorations up for Thanksgiving. So I'm getting my journal ready. I mean, look at these trims. Oh, so much you could do. But I'm going to make it just a quick one. So have some Friday fun, everyone. See if you can make me a star. We'll wish upon a star. And so that's me, Kate in the Nest. Saying bye for now. See you next time.